How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have found ourselves a really old Hobby Master one here. We've got the old Mitsubishi F-104J from the JASDF's 207th Hikotai or squadron. We have reviewed the twin-seater, the F-104DJ from this squadron about a year ago. So if you haven't seen that video, feel free to check that one out as well. Now, the 207th was one of the last squadrons to retire their 104s, switching over to the F-15J in 1986, I think it was. During its service in the JASDF, around 30 aircraft would be lost in flying accidents. Something all too familiar to hear about the Starfighter, unfortunately. Now, if we open this up, we'll see it's in the old style box and the old style flap there. There's no details or anything, but that awesome looking model in there just begging to be taken out of the box. So beg no longer, we will get this thing out and get our grubby little hands on it. All right, let's have a little look. All right, it does come with the usual stand, of course, which is this three-piece stand. It's very straightforward. You know what they're like. You've seen a couple of these videos by now, hopefully. That is, unless you're new to the channel. Speaking of new, this is an old one, and it's got a brand new instruction leaflet, which I guess is always handy if you don't know how to set these up. And this is what it looks like out of the packet. There is a lot of detail, and they're freaking huge, man. So if you don't know how to do any assembly on your Starfighters, well, now you've got some instructions. Just whack these on pause whenever you need them. And if you feel like you're not smart enough to even assemble a stand, it even comes with instructions for that. All right, that is a lot of instructions. All right, well, we don't need any instructions to tell us to get this bloody thing open, do we? So let us do that. So it does have the usual setup for all the accessories for gear down. I don't know if this has been actually taken out of the packet. Man, that looks awesome, that delivery itself. Wish there was instructions on how to get this out safely. All right, let's try and get some poppage happening, which always these tend to be a little bit resistant as well. I do prefer the foam boxes that models come in than these blister ones where you got to pop the freaking edges, because a lot of the times they are not forthcoming. And I'm trying not to be too aggressive with it. Fuck me, Jesus Christ. This is... This is not wanting to come out whatsoever. Jesus, this is the hardest motherfucker. I mean, the hardest one ever. Jesus. Oh, far out. I don't think this has ever been taken out of the box. That is... Whew, jeez. Well, that's my arm exercises done for the day. Jesus, that was nuts. Anywho, let's check out some of those close-up details. Oh man, this does look really nice. I like the two-tone grey. That looks awesome. It almost looks like it's got a little bit of inking too with these older ones. The older ones always look fantastic. They have got some really nice detail. Check out those small decals there. And the small Japanese writing there, that is nuts. Far out. That has got some awesome detail on there. Check out that. Beautiful. Ah, I did not know that. Excellent. It's got a shark's mouth on there. That is awesome. Now, this should just pop off. Beautiful. We can see some nice cockpit detail in there. All the gauges and the seat details. Yep, 100%. Man, this is going to be awesome. Underneath, it's got the camouflage that goes through the whole lot. That does look fantastic, though. Awesome. Yeah, all right, what we'll do is I will set this up for in-flight, of course, and we'll come back and have a look at this all set up nice and complete. We'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we have it completely set up for in-flight. Obviously, you would have seen the landing gear for in-flight was already in there, so we just had to affix our tanks and these sidewinders. It all went together smoothly. The tanks themselves, one's got a smaller slot, and one's got the slightly larger slots, so they are specific to each side. As maybe you can sort of see the size difference there. But yeah, so they are specific to their sides, so you don't muppet that up. Maybe the angle of the pylons might be slightly different on each one, that's why. But yeah, definitely really cool. Looks freaking awesome. I really dig this livery. The actual whole build of the model looks really, really nice. It's like extra care's been taken on these early ones for sure. Just the level of detail, just really, really good. Yeah, for sure. And of course, the age-old issue with a lot of models is the fact of trying to put it on the stand. You do have to remove your sidewinders for you in-flight people. Oh, jeez. They do they do stick in there nicely. That is just the problem for the in-flight, unfortunately. You guys do have to take that part off. Of course, us gear down people, we get to have it all, don't we? But that is absolutely superb. I think it looks awesome, this livery. Really nice. Not over the top. It's just, I don't know, something does it for me for this livery. Just the attention to detail. It just looks absolutely brilliant. Yep, pretty damn cool. All right, what we'll do, though, is we'll throw some landing gear on this, of course, and do the huge. Throw on the scales and wind up the video, of course. All right, back in a second. All right, there we have it. Another beautiful Starfighter set up, gear down, and opened up. Looks absolutely awesome. Yep, 100% fantastic. You will enjoy these. They always look tops. Now, one thing that isn't tops is removing the in-flight options. They are very, very hard to do. So when you choose your display mode, if you're choosing gear down or in-flight, make sure you don't want to swap them around too much, because these, especially the areas in here, they fit so perfectly and so snugly. They are just a real pain in the ass to get off. And then, look, the setup of the gear down options is not very hard, even though there's those multiple pieces. It is very straightforward. You can put your sidewinders back on as well, because, yep, us gear down people deserve to have everything. So that is it. Definitely a really cool looking livery. I am, 100% in favour of liking this a lot. So one of the coolest little Starfighter liveries I have had the enjoyment of looking at. Maybe I should zoom out a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing on the scales. Now, they are not the weightiest aircraft, of course. They're 149 grams. All right, well, now you know how good it looks. Now you know how heavy it is. And now you know what it's going to be like to see what it's like with some close-up pictures if you continue watching, because I will take those photos, throw them on at the end as per usual. Now, don't forget to throw some of those my way if you enjoyed the video at all. Comments below, of course, if you've got something to say, they are always welcome. And, of course, punch that subscribe button if you're one of those that are watching and have not done that yet. And if you want to support the channel. All right, everyone, I'll finish by saying thank you very much for dropping past, of course, and I do hope you enjoyed what hit your eyeballs today. So happy hunting for your next model, of course, and you all have an awesome sauce rest of your day, everyone. Cheers.